EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Tiburon Championship. Hello again and welcome, Rich Lerner, alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. We're here in the state of Nevada getting set for what should be a wonderful day of golf. Wolf Creek Golf Club is the site for the action. And Frank, this really is the definition of desert golf. It is spectacular.
The green oasis, Rich, amongst this canyon area is just something to be seen, really. It's hard to imagine you can actually build a golf course like this. Elevated tees, huge changes in elevation, and you're sort of weaving your way around this magnificent sort of topography. And to be honest, I've never really seen a golf course like this. It's just an oasis. Amazing.
Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Just a pure strike. Perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. And getting ready for the putt.
And just moving that much closer to the leader now, Rich.
Action resuming early on the back nine. Let's go to hole number 11.
Rich, this is unusual. A series of poor shots, too. There's enough easy holes out here, but not getting the ball in play, especially on the short par fours. That's absolutely killing this round.
A lot of missed opportunities, Frank. What do you think they need to do to just get it back on track?
It's almost like tightening the screws right now, and maybe even a different club selection off the tee, making sure that ball's in play. This golf course isn't overly long.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
And again, another example in total command of his game. Approach shot within 10 feet. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie.
Well, birdies are hard to come by in this situation. So tight.
Keeps him right in the thick of it. From a par 3 to a par 5 here at the 12th, it measures 560 yards, a sweeping dog leg left, and there is some trouble down that left side.
This is a scary tee shot. There's no two ways about it, Rich. You've got to get the ball in play because you can really rack up a good score here. That water very much in play. Doesn't matter what club you decide to hit off the tee. 560 yards actually is reachable, believe it or not. But you've got to get it on the fairway. You don't really have to be too brave and try and take too much over there. The other thing, too, to consider about is this green is nearly half the length of an NFL football field. It's 55 yards from the front of this green to the back of the green. I mean, this skill and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Man, what an eagle right there, Frank, and what a time to deliver that kind of decisive shot. 13th hole, and Frank, Wolf Creek is really kind of a macho golf course because you can stand on a tee like this and say, you know what, I'm going to take this one over the mountains.
And then, if you do, then you flip the coin. Is it in play or is it out of play? This is one hole. You just you realize you're in the middle of the desert, that's for sure. And one hole that you think, if I play this hole a couple of times, I might just get the hang of it.
That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. You hate to miss the short ones. Ouch. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Kind of a tricky read. Shouldn't be a problem here. That looked for all the world like it was dead center.
I've got no idea how that missed.
Just a little tap in here. So a drop shot. Frank, in golf, there's nothing quite like the final round of a hotly contested championship, and this one could be a doozy.
And there's nothing quite like that leaderboard I'm looking at right now. We are going to have some amazing golf. This one is going to have to be won.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today it's live final round coverage of the Tiburon Championship. Well, take a look at this site, Wolf Creek Golf Club. It is for real. Frank, I've never seen anything quite like this as we get set to call it for EA Sports. I'm Rich Lerner behind the mic, and we welcome you to this site that opened up back in 2000. It's a part of 72 with some elevated tees. Frank, what does the player need to look out for here at Wolf Creek?
Well, everything. Try and keep your eyes on the fairways, though. That's the only green thing apart on this magnificent venue. It's hard to imagine you can play golf in this sort of area, but it's so well defined. Obviously, anything green is golf course, and left or right of that, you're going to find yourself in some problems. But really trying to judge all the elevation changes. Ball's going to fly a little bit further in the thin air, but it's amazing on the eye.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Frank, not close, but from that line, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knocking in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the course.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
That's a good par there, Rich.
Here at the 15th hole here at Wolf Creek, bit of a breather here. Nice, short par 3. You don't want to miss this green.
No, that's the temptation there. If you try and bite off a little too much because it looks a little too easy, then a bogey here and you're in a bad mood all of a sudden at Wolf Creek.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie.
Even par currently.
That is some good work right there. Birdie and one shot closer to the lead. Short par 4, 16th hole, measures only 393 yards. But Frank, as is the case with pretty much every hole, despite the yardage,
He's gone for a little extra.
really powering up here.
Oh, huge. Huge with a capital H.
Busted that. That is a fantastic long shot.
There's no way he could hit that without a tail breeze. Surely that breeze had to help there.
That's good stuff right there. Wonderful approach, and now a really good look at birdie. See if he can get something going here. 2 straight birdies. That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
A series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
Fair enough. I'm talking about the super wet. I think it was soapy wet.
Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. Second from an excellent lie.
Should be safely on deck.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
And now he has this for the birdie. Racking them and stacking them. That's 12 under par now for the tournament. 18th hole, and Frank, again, a good scoring opportunity. Short par 4.
Yeah, if you looked at the scorecard, you'd think you could drive this green, but one quick look at the trouble in front and to the right of the screen, and you realize that's probably not the prudent play. Really, something 230, 240 yards off the tee in that vicinity is going to leave you just a flick wedge into this green. It is a rather narrow green, but from that distance, you expect to hit it close.
Oh, my goodness. That is on in one. Wow. What an incredible shot to win the Tiburon Championship.
Oh, now that is going to hurt.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie.
Oh, painful lip out. This is a good putt.
Absolutely can't believe it. I thought that thing was stone dead in the center. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. That's why you play the game, to stack up the wins. Great effort right there.